Right. You're able to hear me, right? Guys,
Yes,
can you
Shanmugh.
hear me? Okay.
Yes, Shanmugh.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So let's discuss about the database IDs. Okay. Database IDs. So with system database, what kind of ID it is. So every database will have an ID. Okay. That we can see. I'll show you the ID and all based on the importance of the database. So the ID is there. So which one is the highest priority system database, guys, in SQL Server?
Master DB.
Master. So what is the idea of master? 1. Okay.
One.
After master, which is the crucial system database, guys, you can leave the
Temp,
resource
temp,
database, right?
temp DB.
So after
So
master,
the
the next crucial
source
system database is TempDB. Yes,
temp
resource
DB.
is also crucial, but it will be considered as a hidden database, right? So the next system database will be TempDB. So the TempDB ID is 2, guys. Okay. Then we have model, so which will be 3, and we have MSDB, which will be 4, guys. These are the database IDs. No one will ask you, but just okay for the knowledge purpose and all. So where we can see Shanmukh, okay, so we have a query for that. So we can run a stored procedure which will be sp underscore help db. So sp underscore help db is a stored procedure. When you run the stored procedure, it will give you the information of all the databases, including system databases. Okay, so I'm just executing this. To execute any query, listen carefully. You can, if you have only one query, you can blindly execute it, guys. For example, Control X, I'm just deleting this. Okay, okay, it was deleted, right? So if you have only one line of statement, or if you didn't select anything, whatever is there in this query window will be executed, guys. Listen carefully. This is your query window. This is your object explorer. This is your output pane. Output pane. So here you are going to write the queries. And when you execute the queries, that output you can see in the below section. So this area, the query window will help you to run the queries, and this area will help you to show the output. And here you can see whether query is executed successfully or not, or it was executed with errors, or it was failed. You can see here using this status button. Here it will help you to increase the font. Okay, when you are running, when you are trying to run anything, if you want to increase the font and all, so using this you can increase the font. And this is your server, to which server you are connected, and using which login name you are connected, on which database currently you are running this script or statement. Multiple statements you can call it as a script, guys. This is a single statement, a query. Multiple queries or statements you can call it as a script. So this is your master database. Currently you are running the query on the master database. Listen carefully. Whenever we are executing a query, the first important thing that you have to keep an eye is your database. On which database you are running the query. On which database you are running the query. So here you can see, and here also you can see which was highlighted. Very important. Lot of people lost their jobs by doing this simple mistake. Sometimes unknowingly they will run the queries in another database. For example, you want to delete a table. Before deleting, you have to cross check from which database you are deleting, on which database the delete query is going to run. You can delete it using manually using GUI option, or you can use using query also. While executing query, especially while executing query, you should be very careful. Always you have to remember one point before executing the query. What is that point, guys? Very important point. What is that? On which database you are executing. That is very important. By mistake, even experienced people also overlook. They will do the mistakes. By mistake also, if you did that, instead of one database, you remove the data. For example, creation also a problem. Selecting and all is not a problem. While running a select query, if the queries existed, if the table or of the if the objects are existed, you can see the data. If the objects are not existed, it will simply throw you the error, object doesn't exist. But creating the objects, deleting the objects, you should be very careful. On which database, any query, any script before running it, always you have to keep an eye on the database. This is your database context. On which database it is running. You want to change the context, you can select the drop down, you can select Lulu Malls. So now you are going to run the statement on Lulu Malls database. These kind of system related queries you can run on any database, that's not an issue. But creating any tables, deleting the data from the existing tables, that you should be very careful while executing the queries. Very, very important thing, guys. Always keep in mind, whenever you execute a query, this is the execute button. Before execute, you can see the context of the database. So always keep an eye on which database you're executing. By mistake, if you execute it on other system databases, it might impact. Sometimes if it is a delete statement, it might delete the production tables and all, which will create a big problem, will be escalated to higher authorities. Definitely they will take the action in such scenarios. Always, you have to keep an eye on which database you're executing. System related queries, no problem. Anywhere you can execute. On any database you can execute. But creation of objects, deletion of objects should be very careful. You have to run it on a specific database only. So this is your query window. This is your output pane. This is your object explorer. This is the context of the database on which database you are trying to run the query. So these are all the some parameters that we will use it regularly in the organization, guys. So now, if you want to execute any query, keep an eye on the database on which query, on which database you're executing. So system related, these kind of things and all. Database, you are creating a database, right? Generally, it's good to select, try to habituate to select master database for the system related things and all. But these kind of things create database and all. Why? Because database is a separate entity. Even though you select other database, it will not impact. I can still run it on the other database. It will not impact. Creation of tables, deletion of data from the tables will impact. So before executing any query, if you want to execute the all the queries that are there in the query window, you can directly go and execute it. But we have multiple lines. You want to execute only a single statement, then select the statement and execute it. Definitely will get an error because the database is already existed. So now, for example, you want to create control A, control C. I just want to add control V, control V, control V. Okay. So now what I'm doing, one, or one, two, three, four. So if I execute the query, all four lines will be executed. Why? Because I didn't selected anything. If you want to create, if you want to run this statement, select the statement. And this is a parse button. Always it's good to run parse button. Parse button will tell you any syntax errors, semantic errors. Any errors are there in the query. Okay, that will tell you, guys. So always it's good to parse any query, any type of query. Before executing, just parse it. It will tell you any errors are there or not. Okay, if it is good, if you parse it, you will simply get it like this, command completed successfully. But you will not get any database, guys. See, PhonePe 1 is not created. Okay, PhonePe 1 is not created. You just parsed it. Parsing means it will just check whether the syntax and the command is correct or not. That's it. Parsing will not do any creation of things and all. The objective of parsing is it will just check whether it is correct or not. So now if I want to create this database, I am running this statement separately, so only one database will be created now. Alsifa, be muted. Alsifa, please be muted, Alsifa. Right. So now see here, I just executed the query and it is showing command completed successfully, but I cannot see PhonePe one database. How I can see the PhonePe one database, guys?
Refresh.
Exit.
Okay. So I have to refresh it, guys. I have to refresh it. Okay. So now if you refresh it, you can see here the PhonePe one database. Select the databases, just refresh it, PhonePe one. So now this time I am not selecting anything. I am going to click execute. So what is the output of that execute, guys? Can anyone tell me what kind of output you can expect when I click execute?
All
All
Error
data.
will occur because PhonePe is already there.
Very good. Next, is it going to create other databases?
No.
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 No. Okay, let's try it. Okay, I'm executing this, guys. Right? Database PhonePe already exists. Very good. Now let's refresh it. Can you see it, guys? So don't think if this line is successful, then only it will go and execute the second line. No, no, not at all. It will keep executing all the lines in that statement, in that query window. Are you getting the point, guys? Is it clear, everyone? So if you want to execute a specific query, select like this. Keep your cursor, don't drag like this. It doesn't look good when you are sharing the screen with your colleagues and all. Go here before the line, okay? Just keep your cursor here. The cursor will be changed like this. A cross cursor will be there. Just select it. Automatically the whole line will be selected. Okay, automatically the whole line. See here. The whole line will be selected. If you click once, otherwise selecting like this is not at all a good practice. Okay, see how much time you have to wait. So that is a difficult. If it is a big line, you have to keep on selecting it. Sometimes in the middle it will break. So your manager and all, it doesn't look good when you are sharing the screen. So always keep your cursor in front of the line and you can use, or you are comfortable with keyboard keys. Use shift plus down arrow, shift plus up arrow. So like that you can use. Or one you want to select shift plus left arrow, right arrow. So like that you can use, okay, to select the lines, guys. Clear? Questions, doubts? Okay, so if you don't select any line, SQL Server will try to execute all the lines in that query window. If you want to execute a specific line, select that specific line and execute it, guys. The single line will be executed, guys. Only that particular line will be executed. So this is how it will work, guys. So now I just told you, right? So let's see the database information sp underscore help db. So now you execute this.
Shanmukh, I have a small doubt.
Yeah, Prem.
If you cursor, it will between in the create and database in middle. So if you do the executive, so it will be executive or not, like
Sorry,
all queries.
I'm not getting your question, Prem.
Uh,
If something is there in
okay.
between.
Yeah, okay. ఇప్పుడు క్రియేట్ డేటాబేస్ అనేది మనకి అక్కడ క్వరీ ఉంది కదా. ఇప్పుడు కర్సర్ అనేది ఆ డేటాబేస్ కి మిడిల్ లో ఉంటే ఈ ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ చేసినప్పుడు
ఎలా ఉంటుంది మిడిల్
సో
లో
క్వరీ
పెట్టండి.
అనేది ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్
మిడిల్ అంటే ఇక్కడ
లైక్ అట్లా
అక్కడ ఉంటే సి మీరు ఎక్కడ ఈ కర్సర్ ఎక్కడన్నా ఉండొచ్చు ఆల్ టెక్స్ట్ కొడితే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్
ఓకే
ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ బటన్ ఆర్ ఆల్ టెక్స్ట్ ఎక్కడన్నా ఉండొచ్చు. చూడండి ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇక్కడ పెట్టానా, నేను ఇది ఒక్కటి
ఓకే
సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇప్పుడు పెట్టినా సరే అవుతుంది, ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. ఈ నాలుగిటికి 4 ఎర్రర్స్ వస్తాయి. ఓకే, ఇన్కరెక్ట్ సింటాక్స్ నియర్
ఓకే
ఇక్కడ నుంచి
ఓకే
చూసుకుంటూ వస్తుంది. అందుకని ఎస్పీఎల్బి నేను ఇది ఒక్కటే
ఓ
ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తే ఇది ఒక్కటే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయిపోద్ది.
ఓకే ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Okay, yeah. And yeah, So when you run SP help DB, so you can see the columns, different columns you can see, like name of the database, database size, owner. I hope everyone knows this. When you are creating a new database, definitely you can see this option owner. So some of them are showing SCA, some of them are showing like administrator, means administrator created these databases. See here, the fourth column, database ID. While executing, you can use, select it, and you can click on execute button. If you are comfortable using keyboard shortcuts, Alt X, Alt plus X, keyboard shortcuts. For example, now I want to execute everything. You know that you are going to get the errors. Why? Because databases are already created. So what I'll do, I'll try to comment it. If you comment, that line won't be executed. See here, I just commented, right? Even though I'm executing, it will simply show you like that. But database is already existed. It should throw the error database is already existed, but it will simply show you like this, command completed successfully, but nothing is executed now. If you see green color, if you see two lines before the statement, that is a comment. Are you getting the point, guys? If you see two lines before the statement, and if the whole statement is converted into green color, always it's a comment, guys. So even though you selected that, even though you executed that, it won't be executed. Why? Because it's just a comment. This is how you have to comment it if it is a single line. If it is a multiple lines you want to comment, go for forward slash and star until you close this. See, everything is green only. Now I want to comment these 4 lines. Instead of adding hyphen for each line, if I have 40 lines, I want to comment, I cannot add hyphen for each line. I'll simply comment it by using multiple lines using this option. Hash star, sorry, slash star, star slash. This is like opening, this is closing. These 4 will be like commented. Now if I execute, happily I can execute it. No need to select. Why? Because that is a comment, right? So comment, no need to select now. You can execute only the uncommented lines will be executed. Okay, now if I execute, see here. This won't be executed. This will be, it will throw you the error, guys. Why? Because there is no such query. This is just a shortcut. So I want to comment this also. Just comment it. And I execute it. So now you can see, even though you have multiple lines, I didn't selected any of the lines. I just executed the whole script. Still it just executed SP help DB. Why? All are commented. Only this one is uncommented. So in this way you can comment and uncomment, guys. Clear, everyone? I'll use alt X button. Mostly I'll use alt X only. I don't go here and I don't execute it. Doesn't looks good. I mean to say it's not like that, but for me, I'll use alt X. I feel comfortable using alt X while typing, and immediately we can go ahead. We can switch to alt X. So it's a comfortable. So you can still use execute button, but better try to use the shortcut, keyboard shortcut alt X. And if you see any text with green color, see green color is there, right? What is this green color, guys? Sorry, blue color. I'm sorry. This is a blue color. So if you comment it, it will be a green color. If you can see a blue color text, what it is? What is the meaning of the blue color?
Keyword.
Keyword. Very good. Keyword means for this create internally there is a script. Instead of running the whole script, if you run keyword called create in the back end, that will invoke the script and it will run it, guys. So all the blue color ones are keywords. Are you getting the point, guys? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
All the blue color
Yes.
texts are keywords. And if you see here, one more color is there with SP help DB. All the black colors are user inputs, like names, PhonePe 1, PhonePe 2, PhonePe 3, PhonePe 4. Those are the inputs. And you see here SP help DB is in which color, guys? Red color, huh? What is that color? Maroon color. How many are weak in colors, guys? Raise your-
Me, sir.
So guys, weak in colors means we don't know colors. That doesn't mean color blindness. Okay? People will think color blindness. No. Okay? Even I also don't know. I know basic colors. White, black. Okay? What are the other basic red and all? Green. These colors only. If you ask me gray, purple, violet and all, no, I will be confused. Okay? So this you can see here. If you see this kind of color, that is a system stored procedure. SP means stored procedure. SP means stored procedure. So again, for this also internally a big script will be there. Instead of writing and executing that script every time, I'll simply give an alias name of SP help DB. So when you give the alias name of SP help DB stored procedure, the backend script will be executed. So you are able to see all these inputs using that SP help DB, guys. So if you see this kind of color, that means that is a stored procedure, system stored procedure, guys. Okay, or system related queries you can expect. So now you can see here, what is the master database ID, guys? Master ID. I can just drag the columns wherever I want. I can drag it, guys. I can drag any column anywhere. Okay, so I can see here, I can drag it. So you can drag the columns also. Okay, so now you can see here, database name, database ID, master 1, then tempdb 2, model 3, msdb 4. Try to remember it, very easy. You know that master is crucial. So master comes first, which is 1. After master, tempdb is very crucial. So 2. Then model and msdb both are mm will be together. So msdb means 4 letters are there. Okay, so 4 letters. So msdb id is for Microsoft Design. It's not like that. Just to remember, I'm just giving shortcuts. So msdb 4, will be together, right? So if msdb is 4, a model should be 3 only. Master, you know that anyhow it's 1. Remaining the balance one is tempdb 2. In this way, you can easily remember, guys. Then Shanmukh, where is the resource database ID? First thing, first question. And the user databases IDs will start from 5. The user databases IDs will start from 5. If you see here, where is the 5th system database, guys? Walmart. That means after installation, the first database that I have created is Walmart. Then Walmart 22, 6. Then PhonePe 7. Then Lulu Malls 8. Then PhonePe 1. 9, 10, 11, 12. In this order, I created the databases. You can also see who created the database. What is the size of the database? When it was created? And what is the status? Whether it is online, offline, read only, read write, single user, multi-user. That is the status and compatibility levels of each system database, each database. So that's how you can see, guys. So now when you run it, you can see the IDs of all the databases. Just to show you the IDs. Okay, I just used this stored procedure, guys, SP help DB. Now where is the resource database? Where we can see the resource database ID. What should be the resource database ID, guys? Guess it. Guess it. What will be
1.
the resource database ID? 1 now. What about master then?
So
Sorry?
actually, it is replications or same data.
Okay,
It was
so 1 only, na? Or 1.5? Guess it, guys. What will be the ID of resource database? Tell me your lucky
1.5.
numbers. No problem. 1.5. Okay. 2.5.
Magical number, sir. Magical number 32,000.
Jay, come on. You are watching the videos. Huh? So the resource database ID is 32,767. The last database is your resource database. Shanmukh, I don't believe you. I want proof. No problem. Okay. We cannot see directly in the SSMS like this. There is a separate query called select query. Select star from sys dot sys alt files. This query will help you to find out the information of all the database files. Select star from sys alt files. When you execute, you can see the file ID, group ID, size of each file, and database name. And if you go down, can you see any name with data and log? For all the databases, you can see data file name, log file name. But can you see this is not showing any data file name, database name. All other files are showing. See guys, this query will give you the files information. Files means MDF and LDF files, right? MDF, NDF, LDF files. So that's why if you see for master, you can see two files, master log file, data file, log file. Temp dev, temp log file. Model dev, model log file. MSDB data file, MSDB log file. Walmart data file, Walmart log. PhonePe data file, PhonePe log. Lulumas data file, Lulumas log. So like that, every database file information will be stored here. But if you see the last one, seems kind of suspecting, right? I don't see any name here. So which database it belongs to? Which database? You can guess it.
Resource data.
Very good. Okay. Resource database. So how to believe you, Shanmukh? No problem. Double click on this column. Drag it little bit. Can you see this? Have you ever seen this file names anywhere?
Yeah, last system resource.
In the BN file
Correct.
folder.
MS SQL system resource .mdf, MS SQL system resource .ldf. So what is the ID, guys, now? What is the ID?
32,767.
So sometimes in the interviews they will ask you what is the resource database ID. So what should be your answer, guys? And where we can
32,767.
and where we can see this. With the select star from sys.sysalt files, we can see the resource database data files and log files and IDs also. So this is your database IDs, guys. So now I have a quick question for all of you. When you start the SQL server, in which order the system databases will start?
First master.
Very good.
As ascending, first master,
Temp DB.
second
Temp DB.
Model.
Very good. Master, model. Very good. Try it. Good try. You will separate the lovers, Dharne, Mahesh.
Razor.
It's not good, right? Master, then model, next. Try it, guys. Guess it. Interview question this is. When you start or restart the SQL server, in which order the system databases will start? First master, that is
Razor.
true. Next, after master, which system database will come to online? Tell me again.
Master,
Guess it.
model,
Model,
resource.
resource. Next. First master, next resource, sorry, even I'm also separating the lovers. Resource, master
Model.
resource. Okay, very good. Then model. So then TempDB, finally your MSDB. After that, your
MSDB.
user databases will come to online, guys. This is the order of coming online. Master, resource, model. Why model will come online first, guys? Why model should come online first? Because TempDB is waiting for model. Without TempDB, without model, okay? Without model, we cannot create TempDB. Without TempDB, there is no SQL server existed. So that's why before temp will get model, then TempDB, then optional system database MSDB, and finally your user database will come to online. Are we good, guys? Questions, doubts? No questions? Okay. If no questions, that's it for now. I don't want to start a new topic today. We have only 10 minutes time, right? So in the next weekend, Saturday morning, 7 a.m. IST, we'll connect and we'll discuss the other things, guys.
Okay, Anna. Anna, tracker start
Will be
చేయలేదు.
created. Yeah, it will be created. I'm still waiting for the people. So once everyone came, then I'll create the tracker. Okay. So that's it, guys. Any questions you can ask me? We have 10 minutes time. Otherwise, we are good to close the session for now.
Earlier, you mentioned there's a system store procedure that you can run
Hmm.
if you bring the others.
Sorry?
Will this require to specify the master database? Has to be master database?
Not required, not required. On any database you can run, no issues. I'm selecting a user database. Sometimes if it requires, automatically SQL Server will change the context. Sometimes if it requires system related things, no need to mention a specific database. Only specific tables related information, you should be very careful.
And by the way, thank you very much for your help yesterday. Appreciate it.
No problem, no problem. Also. Are we good, guys?
Yes, Anna, we are good. Thank you.
Okay. Thank
Yes,
you, guys.
sir.
Thank you all. And that's it for now. We'll connect in the next weekend. Saturday morning, 7 a.m. IST for US people. Friday evening, 8:30. Sorry, 9:30 EST. Thank you all. Bye. Good day. Good night.
Bye, Anna.
You too. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.